Once again, it's on. Full court picks. Here we go. We're running. You know, it's always a pleasure here. Wilson Toyota Scion, 2212 South Delph Avenue. You know, it's always fun, man. We team up with the Tribune. We're doing this full court picks, man. I'm excited. You know, I'm going to give you the opportunity after I tell everybody where we are about what's going on. I got a big question for you. But we are here. Jeff's Pizza, right here, 2402 Lincoln Way. Another great pizza place right here in Ames, Iowa. Man, you know, you are a big Jeff's Pizza fan. Don't you like order like everything on the menu every time you order?
I get a 20.
What are you gonna do with a 20? Well, you can sleep in that box or something?
I eat what I want to, and then I freeze it. And then if you put it in the oven, I can't cook very well, okay? I'm not much of a cook. So you can go like days eating nothing but a 20-inch Jeff's Pizza.
Luckily, this isn't a cooking show.
No, it can't be a cooking show.
But yes, we are here, Jeff's Pizza here. I tell you, going to these pizza places week after week, I'm having a tough time with this diet, man.
I know you are.
This is tough. It smells good in here. They got the ovens going when we walked in. Oh man, this is great. You know what? Right here, Campus Town here right off of Lincoln Way. You can't miss this place right here. They got okay parking right across the street from the park. You can come here, order all your good pizza. I'm telling you, this is a great spot, and they got a pretty big establishment. I haven't been in here before, so this is my first time in here. I thought it was just a little up front, but they got this spot back here. This is like where all the important people would sit.
They must, because we're here.
Well, I wouldn't quite go that far.
Oh, no, okay.
I just said, but anyway, here we are. Jeff's Pizza. Just keep in mind, this year we're gonna do $600, just about $600 in prizes. Jeff's Pizza, Black Market Pizza, Fagan's Fireplaces, and KCI Landscaping. Wilson Toyota Scion. There's all kinds of prizes. $600, and I've been told that they have to beat us to even be eligible, which is probably not hard after the bracket we had last week. But here we go. Full court picks. Let's roll on, my friend.
Okay, here we go. In the South.
In the South, right now, here's the deal. Round 3, Kentucky. By the way, before we get into Kentucky, congratulations to the Cyclone. Listen, that was a great showing. They went out there, they played their hearts out. I thought it was a great showing. You know, when you got 15 McDonald's All-Americans on one team, it's really hard to kind of compete. But hey, Cyclones, good job out there. We're proud to be Cyclones. But yes, Kentucky will be playing Indiana. Listen, after watching that Kentucky team play our Cyclones, listen, they just don't miss a lot of shots. And they're big, and they're long, and they're ugly. And I got to take Kentucky here.
Yeah, you're not going to get a fight out of me.
Well,
and thanks once again, besides the Cyclones, also to Fred Hoiberg.
Yeah, great job this year. Great showing for a team that was supposed to be 8th in the conference. They go out, they end up being 3rd in the conference and playing the NCAA. There's no complaints about that. Royce, come back, Royce! All right, I'm just saying, figured I would throw that in there for you. Here we go, next game out of the South. Baylor and Xavier.
Baylor. Partly because people don't know whether it's Xavier, Xavier, whatever. We're going to pick Baylor.
Here's the deal, man. It's a tough game. Me and you were going to do a lot of arguing, but since we're on the same team, we got to agree about something, right? Look, I'm taking Baylor because they're in the Big 12. This is going to be a tough game because Xavier's a tough team. 2 tough teams, and I'm going to talk about them both. Xavier, and then we're going to get into Cincinnati other. You know, they had that big knockdown, drag out. Yes. Somebody was talking about somebody's mama in the middle of a basketball game, and they got into a fight. That's going to be a tough game, but I agree with you. We're taking Baylor. And since we're there, Baylor and Kentucky, because you can listen, I'm giving you the way out. Baylor, Kentucky, in that round, going to the Final Four. Who you got?
I'm going to take Kentucky.
You're taking Kentucky?
Yes, I am. I think Kentucky's the best basketball team in the nation this year.
I would have to agree with you. The problem with Baylor is this. They got a kid on their team, Peanut Butter and Jelly III. The kid never shows up. He's 6'9". He's a phenom. The kid is awesome. I don't think he knows he's awesome. You can't win tournaments scoring 2 points as a person. You're the best guy on the team. You score 2 points. You guys won't beat Kentucky if you don't. If they do, if they even compete, it's going to take Peanut Butter and Jelly to score a lot of points. I don't think he has it in him. I agree with you. We're going to Kentucky. All right, let's go to the West here. In the West, Michigan State University, a Big Ten school, by the way. Good job, Big Ten. You got like 15 schools in the whole tournament, which is unbelievable. Yeah. And Louisville, who are you taking?
Well, I'm going to take Michigan State, partly because Izzo's been here. He's got Draymond Green, who's awesome. I know you said who else. They got a supporting cast. They're not near what he is.
Few things when it comes to this game. First of all, I like Tom Izzo, and I don't like Patino, whatever you want to call him. The guy doesn't want to come to the Big 12. So what? Don't come to the Big 12. You just don't want to play competition. I agree with you. Too much Green on this team, and I'm not talking about the jersey. 16 points, 13 rebounds Draymond Green had the other day, versus good. And St. Louis was a good defensive team, so, that was pretty good. Listen, now here's the deal. This other kid, Keith Appling. Don't forget about this kid. This kid can flat out shoot the ball. Yep. He's a silent guy. Nobody ever talks about him because of Draymond Green, but as we found and St. Louis found out, this kid can flat out score the ball when he feels like scoring. So now we got that. We got Michigan State going, and then we got the game. Marquette and Florida.
We may disagree on this one.
We are going to disagree on this one. I'm going to tell you right now.
Florida, aren't you?
I'm not taking Florida.
Ooh, Gators. Gators. What? You're taking Marquette?
I'm gonna tell you this, Marquette's got a kid named Jay Crowder. Listen, this kid's 6'6", 240 pounds. He's got hair like a black Fabio. This dude is mean and green, dude. You can't stop this kid.
He's smaller than Royce.
Dude, small. Have you seen this dude? He looks like the Predator with a perm, man. You gotta be kidding me. The kid is huge. He's a great player. Marquette is really physical. And listen, when you play a physical team against a finesse team, which I like to call Florida, they're more of a finesse team. I think the physical team always wins. These kids look good the other day. Marquette's on a mission. That's the last team really that's in there that really people don't know about.
I'll throw in with you there because they're tough. And I don't think Florida, I think they're a little bit like North Carolina and some of those. They're good athletes. They're not tough. We need tough. And Marquette is tough.
They are tough. And besides, I don't like the Gators anyway. They got too much warm weather. Anyway, here we go.
What are you going to go on?
So that brings us to the West. We got Michigan State versus Marquette.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tell you where I'm going right now.
Okay.
I'm sticking with Crowder, Lamb, Chowder, my friend. I'm sticking with Marquette. I think it's going to be a tough team to beat. Listen, the only thing that Michigan State has going for them is Draymond Green. I understand they got Apples. That kid's a good kid, but listen, Marquette's on a mission. They're coached well, they play well, and they're a great team as a team. They got more than 1 or 2 players on the team.
And I think Michigan State has run their course after this game. I think let's go with Marquette all the way up.
Well, I'm taking Marquette. All you people that didn't want to take Marquette, switch your brackets. You better take Marquette. Because I said so. Anyway, all right, let's go over. We're going right over to the east here. Syracuse, Wisconsin.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to see Wisconsin kick their tail, I think Syracuse is going to come out of that game. I don't think Wisconsin's terribly talented. They do things right because of Bo Ryan's coaching. They're always in the right spot. They make shots. If they don't, they're going to get out-athleted so bad that I think we're going to have to pick Syracuse coming out in that. My own personal opinion.
Q's. You guys have earned my respect. I'm telling you, when I found out Fat Mello was not going to be able to play, I kind of jumped off the wagon and said, listen, this team maybe isn't the same team without Fat Mello. It was my fault. I was wrong. This team flat out scores. Fat Mello was the defensive side of this ball club.
Right.
I think when you look at Syracuse, you look at Wisconsin, they're still a great ball club. All their scores are still intact. Keep in mind, Mello only averaged 6-7 points a game, so it wasn't like they're missing a lot of points there. I think Wisconsin's going to be a little bit outmatched here. Syracuse is probably going to win this ball game. I'm taking the Q's. And that brings us to the Cincinnati, Ohio State game.
We may
disagree. I'm going to let you start because I'm going to close this one.
Okay, well, I know Tron loves Cincinnati. I think Ohio State, finally, the laziness factor maybe got out of their bones. I don't know. That team would drive me nuts if I was an Ohio State fan. They've got Sullinger, who's supposed to be all-world. I don't know what world they're comparing it to. He's lazy. That being said, I got to go with Ohio State.
You're going with Ohio State?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Here, let me give you this. I just want to size this up for you because you're a little guy. I want you to understand one thing. 6'9", 260 pounds, and the kid's name is Yancey Gates. Sullinger who? Sullinger what? Sullinger nobody. Listen, this kid's going to have his hands full. I'm telling you, Gates, Cincinnati again, just kind of like Marquette and Xavier, we talked about that earlier. Really tough, aggressive team. I'm telling you, man, they really play hard. They really like to play the ball. I told you last week, Cincinnati's going to be the team to watch. I know it's tough. We're playing on the same team. I don't know how we're going to split this thing because I want to take Cincinnati. But listen, because you're old and you're my elder, I'm riding with you. I'm taking Ohio State. But listen, guys, look right here. Oh, you two in the back. Look right here at me. I wanted to take Cincinnati. So because we're on a team, I'm taking Ohio State. But listen, I told you, pick Cincinnati in your bracket. All right, here we go. We're taking Ohio State. So that brings us Ohio State, Syracuse. Who you taking?
Ohio State.
Whatever. I'm not even going to touch it.
It's the factor where you don't want them to win and then come and stick it in your nose, you know. I don't want Ohio State to win, but I don't like Syracuse any better. So I got a lot of hate built up in my life.
No one ever tried to stick it in my nose. Okay, we're taking what you said because that's what we said. That brings us to the last.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. We're taking Ohio State. Midwest. Let's go here. Let's just get right to it. North Carolina, Ohio. Do we even really need to talk about this game?
No.
I mean, really. You got 5 McDonald's All-Americans starting. You got another 4 sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, Ohio's had a great run. They've been good. They've accidentally won these ball games. North Carolina showed the other day when they played Creighton that they're just too much. There's too much talent on that ball club, and I don't think they can have a letdown.
Let's be honest. Roy Williams might be the second best coach in this game, but with 9 McDonald's All-Americans, I could probably coach him.
The problem is this: North Carolina can play a bad game and beat this Ohio team. You know, they got too many shooters. They got too much. You know, even with the injury to their point guard, it's still not going to matter. They just have too much talent. This team is too deep. They're too good of a team. You got to take North Carolina there. That brings us to North Carolina State and Kansas. This one pains me.
Ah, man, I'll tell you, if Kansas doesn't wake up and get out of this postseason doldrum they've been in for I don't know how long, they about didn't get into this bracket here. They about let it get away from them, and they were a better team, excuse me, than Purdue by a lot. They didn't show it. So,
Mr. Robinson, please show up and play this ball game, because if you don't, you're going to be back in chalk, whatever the heck you guys say when you're playing a ball game. Here's the deal. I think Kansas has the talent to win this game. I like North Carolina State. I thought they would make it here. I don't expect them to beat Kansas. Kansas is a really talented team. One thing I can tell you about this, yes, they did play a bad ball game the other night, but here's the thing. One thing I tell you about Bill Self, like him or not, the guy knows how to get it done. He knows how to get the best out of these kids, and that explains why they can be down 11 late in the second and come back and win this ball game. They look absolutely. Listen, when they turned it on, they had no answer for Kansas. I think they're too big. I think they're too much, and I think they'll be able to handle it.
And I think they got the bad game out of their system.
They better have the bad game because they're going to get North Carolina. Listen, I don't think, again, back to North Carolina, there's just too many horses in this short race. I think North Carolina, this may be the best game going into this conference right here, this North Carolina and Kansas game. It's going to be the most exciting game. I think it's the one that's going to get the most eye appeal. But in my eyes, we're a team. I'm telling you where I want to go, and I hate to do this because I want the Big 12 to go far. I want to take North Carolina. I think they just got too much, and you got 2 great coaches, but I think Roy Williams knows how to get it done.
I don't know about that part. I don't know about the Roy Williams knows how to get it done.
I think you're mad because you look like his twin. That's why I think you're mad.
If I had my choice, I would take Bill Self anytime over Roy Williams. But I think this year, Self doesn't have the talent that North Carolina has. I know there's some sitting on the bench that'll be there next year at Kansas, so I think we're going to get to see them again. I probably have to agree with you, Trent. One of these hate to picks it, type thing, but I think North Carolina will win that.
I think North Carolina, and the next time we guys get together. But here's the deal. We're playing bracket by bracket, which is really fun, so that allows you to continue to be in the basis. Make sure you're going to www.wilsonofames.com, getting logged there, www.amestrib.com, and for all you guys that don't know where to go and want to go, make sure to hit me up on my Twitter feed, @BigStrong, BIGG Strong, right there. I'll be able to point you in the right direction to get things going. Hey, once again, thanks for Jeff's Pizza for having us come in here and allow us doing things. Remember, right here, 2402 Lincoln Way. Stop by, have a pizza. They got a pizza this big. That's a big old pizza. They deliver it at the kid's house every day. Way too big. I don't know why he's buying pizza like that. It's him and the cat. But anyway, make sure you do that.
The cat's dead.
Thanks to our sponsors, Jeff's Pizza, Black Market Pizza. Wow.
Well,
Black Market Pizza, Fagan's Fireplaces, KCI Landscapers, and again, thanks to the big major sponsor of all, Wilson Toyota Scion, 2212 South Tuff Avenue. Listen, there's one guy at Wilson Toyota who hopes to think that Baylor's going all the way. Listen, buddy, don't fire me, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
You heard it here first. Full court picks right here, Ames Tribune, Wilson Toyota, like we always do it. That's a cut.